Have you heard the term depraved heart? A depraved heart murder, as you may or may not know, is a murder caused by negligence so extreme and so grotesque that it is tantamount to murder when somebody dies. Now, there is one taking place in Montgomery County, Maryland, where I live. There is a depraved heart murder case underway of apparently someone who was an extreme hoarder and made somebody dig tunnels under their house without proper support or ventilation, and that person died. But I was thinking about that phrase, depraved heart, and I was thinking that in a way, economically, our country has something of a depraved heart, because we are in a situation now where tens of millions of Americans can't get by, and we're barely even talking about it. I'm not hearing about it except in the vaguest general way as an issue for the 2018 elections. Now, to be fair, there are Democratic candidates who are talking in fairly specific ways about economic pocketbook issues, but our media, especially our broadcast media, appears to have a depraved heart when it comes to the economic crisis that so many Americans are facing. I'm talking about all the cable channels, all the broadcast channels. They're just not covering it. For example, I don't think you heard about the United Way's Alice Project and the study it did. Now, I have my concerns about the United Way. I think it acts as a monopoly charity, and I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. But the Alice Project has done some good research, and they came out with an excellent report showing that nearly 51 million American households don't earn enough to afford a monthly budget that includes housing, food, childcare, health care, transportation, and a cell phone, which is a necessity in this day and age. That's 43% of American households that don't earn enough to get by on a middle-class lifestyle. That's why so many, it includes 16 million households living in poverty and 34.7 million households that they call ALICE, asset limited, income constrained, but employed. So these are working people who can't get by. This is why Americans are slipping into debt. This is why Americans live in a state of perpetual anxiety. This is why families feel themselves falling further and further behind. So while the top line economic numbers look good with unemployment down and so on, families that are working hard can't get by. They can't give their kids the things they need. They can't save for retirement. They can't feel secure. They don't have that $400 for an emergency. We have this going on. We have no reporting going on about it. That is depraved heart journalism. Journalism that talks more about Roseanne than it does about deaths in Puerto Rico or 43 million American families living in uncertainty. Has something wrong in its soul. It has something wrong in its heart, and we will continue to push back against the depraved heart media environment in which we all live. That is our promise to you, and we intend to keep it here at the 0 Hour.